Hello chat, how are we doing? The question for today, right, the first question of the day is, do I change my name on Twitter to have the little live thing and then get faced with whatever hellspawn of a captcha Elon has prepared for me? That's the question. Do I do it for the bit? Because I was on, so if you didn't see, I was in a collab the other day on Zara's channel, and he told me that the reason I keep getting rat captures is because I keep changing my name, and apparently that's like a big indication that you're a bot. So every time I change my name, Twitter's like, do a captcha. It used to be funny because it was just rotate the elephant, right? Now it's progressed, I don't know if you saw my tweet, to like, you have to solve. I'll show you. Hang on, where are we? Where am I? I think I'm ready today. I think I'm actually like on time. I think I'm actually prepared. Pretty amazing actually. Actually fucking ready, boys. Actually, I haven't done the. Wait, hang on. Wait. I will be ready. Give you like 2 seconds. Oh, timestamps. What the? Wait, hang on. What? And sorry, I just noticed I noticed a setting in chat that I can tick on that I don't know what it does, which is never a good thing. High to fair chances break stream, but there's like a little setting I can do that has timestamps next to it. If I click that, can you people now post timestamps that like people can click on in chat? Is that a thing? Oh, so hang on, let me... I guess not. Chat displays the time the message was sent. Oh, that clutters up my screen. I don't like it. Okay, cool. I thought it was like a useful feature, but it's not. It's YouTube. Let me... Oh, this music kind of goes hard, but it's a bit too exciting for my current mood. That's also too exciting. That's also copyrighted. Fuck. That's Fuwamoko. I can't play Fuwamoko on stream. This is a tragedy. Wait, I got it. We're ready. Yeah. Coffee date's always a safe bet. Yeah, I was going to show you something. Hang on. Where am I? I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm just a bit flustered. I'm a bit frazzled. Here, right. Let me just scroll. I have to scroll down. Yeah, here. Whoosh. This is what faced me the last time I changed my name. This shit. Find the image where the rat can reach the exact amount of cheese from the image on the left. You have to do it 5 times. There's like 20 fucking images here. Do not time it, Mars. It would be fine. We'll test it when we get to it. Like, so I literally, you have to do you want me to see if I can get it to, I'll see if I can get it to trigger. I'll change my name, right? And I'll see if I can get it to trigger. And we'll go through the maze. We'll go through the rat maze together. I'll get you guys, look, together with all like 80 of us. I'm sure we can solve a fucking rat capture. Let me change my name and see if it procs. Would you still love me if I was a rat? Is the real question. I've seen, I mean, to be fair, you guys like Bay, so. Your mom debut AN Gen 2. Is that a little limerick, Loppy? I meant to DM you about something, Loppy. Someone remind me after stream. Alright, let's see. Oh, you boys. We might be getting rat capture. Guys, it's rat time. Guys, help. I feel like Dora the fucking Explorer. Guys, do you see where the rat can go? Do you see where the rat can reach 2 cheese? Oh my, see, this is actually a difficult capture. It's really frustrating. I don't know why I did this to myself. It's going to take like 5 minutes. What is wrong with me? That is 1. It needs to be able to reach 2. 2 cheeses. That's 3. No. We've already went through all the images though. Where did... Huh? I don't know. Do I look like a rat to you? What the f... That's 3. Maybe we just don't use... Oh, wait, I have to use Twitter. This is a horrible... Why did you let me make this decision, chat? I passed the 2 cheese. Oh, wait, it was that one. I got it. Right, there's 1. You have to do it 5 times. 1 cheese. It's not that one. It's not that one. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's more. That's 2. It's 2. It's 3. 1. Why is it always at the end? This is literally like... This is my life now. 4. We start on 4. We take those. You know what sucks? If you get the last one wrong, you have to redo all 5. Let's hope that doesn't happen or the stream's cancelled. I'm not even joking. I don't want to do this again. I don't know why. I thought it would be funny. It was funny the first capture. Not as funny anymore, actually. This is 2, right? Yeah. It's significantly less funny. 4. That's 3. That's nope. That's nope. Nope. 1, 2, nope. 4. See, like, bro, there's a cheese there, but if you have shitty eyesight, you wouldn't know there was a cheese there. You can barely fucking see the cheese. Can I get into Twitter now, please? You've proven you're human. Continue your action. Thank you. No, don't go to my home screen. Was it worth it to change my name? I don't think so. Now I need to preemptively change my name before the stream starts so that I make sure I don't have to solve rat mazes live on stream. Or I just don't change it, which might be the better decision, honestly. Anyway, now that the cheese preview is done, are we ready to actually get into the news? Also, first, before I get a bunch of people bitching about it, I'm not going to cover the AN stuff because it happened after I posted the short, or after I finished the short, and I don't like. They're going to wait. Are they debuting next week? When are they debuting? Huh? November 4th. Oh god, it's 2 weeks away. We'll talk about it when they actually debut. The trailer's here. Congratulations. I will say, one thing I wished was that, like, so they had all these, like, really, like, cool, like, voice line intros where, like, they like, give, like, a little character introduction kind of thing, right? Or apparently they sneeze.
I'm allergic to space dust.
You're allergic to space dust. I know that feel, right? I was really, really hoping, because there were all these, like, these cool little lore bits and, like, you know, it was a pretty cool trailer. I was kind of hoping the last one would be like, yo, fuck you. Like, just completely strip away the cutesy stuff. Like, no sneezing, no cute frog. Just, hey, go fuck yourself. I don't know. Maybe I messed up. Why is my mod? Oh, my model's dead. Okay, AN has killed me for my hubris. It's Jover. What is actually happening? Okay, we're good. I don't know what happened. But yeah, so AN, they posted their thingy. It's November 4th, so it's not next week. November 4th is a Saturday, thank God. Wait, yeah, 8 PM Saturday. Okay, cool. I'll be able to cover it in the short and stuff. Thank God. I do like Amoria's design. It's very, very cool. And not Amoria, Amora. Why'd you say Amoria? Trip me up. Amora's pretty cool. I know, not more British. But yeah, so that will be happening. I'll cover it when it happens, but just so you're aware. We're not going to discuss it too much this stream because it happened after I posted the short. Moira. Oh no. She's an Overwatch player. But yeah. Shall we start with the big kind of news of the week, which was the Nijisanji Mika kind of build stuff. Which was interesting. Oh. God, my hands are so cold. It's been cold recently. I know I live in Scotland. I shouldn't be surprised that it's cold, but like, come on. Yeah, timestamp. Thank you for the reminder. We'll do 10:40. So yeah. Let me see. So, okay, some brief backstory on the shenaniganorians that are be going on. Nijisanji used to have an ID branch, right? And a while ago, I can't remember when it was. It was a little while back. They didn't disband it. They merged it into the main branch in Niji, right? So there was just one Niji branch with all the ID talents in it. Since that has happened, quite a lot of them have graduated, right? With these recent 3, we're down to, I think it's 7. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's 7 out of like, it's like 7 out of 19, I think, are left from the original Niji ID branch. So this is the original tweet. They did it in, is it Indonesian, right? But do they call it Tagalog, or is that a different language? I'm sorry, I'm very uneducated on the languages of the world. They also had a Japanese translation, but they didn't have one for us monolingual dumbasses, unfortunately. Yes, just let me know. There's like 2 or 3 people in chat that I expect to know that shit off the top of their head, okay? I knew it. Oh, Tagalog is Filipino. Yep, sorry. That is an entirely different language. Like, I don't know, man. I only speak one language. I'm an idiot, all right? Yeah, shut up. I know, I'm sorry. Can we go one stream without me grossly offending an entire culture of humanity? Probably not. No. What was it last week? What was it last week? I mixed up like 2 different cultures and people got angry at me. Look, it's not my fault. VTubing is a very multicultural like sphere, and I'm not a very multicultural person. All right, but yeah, yeah. So there's the VTubing stuff on Kick. I didn't include it in the short, but we will talk about it. There's a VTubing group that's debuting on Kick, interestingly enough, which is I don't actually use Kick that often, so I can't comment on Kick as a streaming service, but I don't know. I'll probably ask you guys more about it. I don't personally use it. I've heard mixed reviews all around. Anyway, we do, thankfully Mika did post her her announcement in English. So, stopping feature activities on the 20th of December, so we still have 2 months with her. It's been out 2+ years. It's a very, I'm not gonna read it out, it's a very heartfelt message, and I'm not a very heartfelt person. However, it was pretty cool. And she sort of thanks her audience for kind of being there with her, and she had a stream after this where she kind of talked a bit more about why she was graduating and what she was doing. She ended it with a yippee. I can't say the word yippee without thinking of the meme, but I did know there was like a weird gambling shit going on with Kick. But first of all, the funniest thing about this was after Mika like announced it and she posted her link to her this one, this fucking image. And then she used that as the thumbnail for her fucking graduation, like, talking stream. It's a very Mika thumbnail, isn't it? So she had her little talk about it, and she acknowledged, like, people were asking her why she was doing it, and she said that, like, for people that have been watching her for a while, it's kind of obvious that why. I think she has spoken, if I'm not mistaken, about, like, being a teacher, I think. So I mentioned in my tweet responding to this in my, like, when I kind of saw it pop up, I was like, I'm sure she'll do great wherever she pops up. I don't actually know if she might not, like, reappear, right? She might not actually, like, re-debut anywhere or come back. She might just go and do she might get a real job. Oh my god, she's breaking out. She's escaping from the rabbit hole. She's gonna actually educate people. I don't know if she's gonna educate them on VTubers, but, you know. So we don't know if she's gonna come back. She might not. I'm not sure. If she does, I'm sure she'll do great. Obviously, somebody will fucking DM me and I'll see it. If not, though, I'm sure she'll still be doing fine. I did notice a lot of people again with the whole vshojo thing. Like, I don't want to bring it up too much, but I do want to acknowledge it. A lot of people were like, "Oh my god, new vshojo member! Oh my god, vshojo's gonna pick her up," and she did kind of respond to that as well, where she was like, you know, when someone's graduating and sort of you bring in a third party and make it. I should probably not hang on, give me a second. Give me 2 seconds. Probably Mika sometimes posts spicy, has some spicy art made of her, so let's maybe hold off. What we're just talking about Mika's graduation, and I will confess I'm not too familiar with the other 2 ID talents, unfortunately. Mika and Hannah are the only 2 Niji ID talents that I was really familiar with. Was it Hannah? I know I saw someone in response to it. I can't remember. It must have been Hannah. It was her second one. It was like Hannah Makia 2 or something like that. Rats and cheese. Yeah, I got stuck in the rat maze. Yeah, it was her sub account hand. Where is it? Yeah, here it was. Okay. So she tweeted this out, right? Which I did agree with. It was her 18+ account, so we need to be very careful, chat. I need to watch where I click. I need to be very, very careful. Yeah, the fan art look I posted back of him with him, Mika, Nina, and Missa. He posted that when I think Missa graduated and when Nina graduated. It's really unfortunate. It's like some Final Destination shit, you know, where like you like you have like a photo with all your friends and then one by one. Kind of unfortunate. But yeah, so Hannah tweeted about the weirdos appearing again, and then saying, I just want to use this as an example. This is never helpful to literally anyone ever. You might think you're coming from a good place, but it really is just plain rude and uncomfortable to see. If you really do care about his livers, please just support us normally. And then someone said, man, I want her to join in. I assume that's saying vshojo. We can only dream, right? She did it better than Nijisanji, don't care about the talents at all. I do agree. When people sort of, I said this last stream with Nina, oh fuck, shit. Hang on. Scratch that, rewind. Let's post some, it's rewind time. Someone call Will Smith. With Matara, when she talked about like her like debuting and whatnot, and people sort of weaponized it against Niji. It is unfortunate, right? Like when people take a talent, either their debut or their graduation, something that's meant to be sort of a pretty fun time for everyone, and they use it as sort of like a weaponized thing to throw at Niji and like call them a bunch of names and shit on them, right? It's not super cool. Like, I get where people are coming from, because there is legitimately a conversation to be had around this sort of things about how Niji is like treating their talents and how the sort of how often people graduate and whatnot. I just think it's better to wait a little bit and talk about it in retrospective once the dust has settled, so that you can kind of be a bit more respectful for it. Using it as it's happening and sort of like weaponizing it immediately is kind of cringe, especially when people are currently still trying to like deal with it. I did disagree with Luca's statement. I didn't talk about it on stream. I replied to, I put a comment in Falsey's video about it, right, where he talks about it. Luca did come out kind of talking out against the people, I guess me and like other people being very like drama centric and sort of talking about the negatives and whatnot. And I agreed with sometimes where like when someone's graduating and you sort of immediately are like, aha, see, Niji bad. It does kind of get grating, and people use it all the time. Even when people like, some VTubers that graduate from Niji in the past have been very clear that they're like, you know, it's just a difference of goals or whatnot. And people immediately like ignore that and then still use it to claim Niji's a black company. Yes, you little clout goblin, it is me. I'm sorry, I'm the little clout goblin. However, I did, you know, let me just bring up that comment really quick. It was in one of Falsey's videos. Probably, I'm honestly better a lot of time when I comment shit or tweet shit before I go live. When I go live, my brain's a bit frazzled. I find it a bit hard to string my thoughts together between like considering everything. That's why I refer to my like in my old comments a fair bit. There we go. Sorry, False. I love you, but this is my stream. But I comment here like, so basically, Luca, False shows the Luca clip here, right? With him is the side bit, and he kind of talks about how he doesn't like the people coming for his company, how Niji has sort of given him a lot, and that he doesn't appreciate it being sort of slandered and spoken out against, and the drama critics and people who are constantly listening to negativity instead of the livers themselves. And I kind of got where he was coming from. However, the problem with Niji, and I know I just talked about not weaponizing graduations, I'm sorry, it's just like, I'm going to briefly touch on this, right? The problem is that when shit like this happens, it's very hard to take the talent's word for certain things, when previously we've had talents graduate saying one thing and then come out after they graduate saying a completely different thing. And we know that they're under NDA to not say shit. So like, we know that talents can't be completely honest with us about what's going on. So like, the sort of idea of like, just consume, right? Just consume content, just enjoy content, just support, don't criticize, don't think critical. It's a very unfortunate, there's a very unfortunate sort of dichotomy in the VTubing community, right? On one side, you've got the excessive critics, right? The cynical assholes that anytime anything happens come out and they're like, yeah, common Niji L, black company, and they just, anytime Niji breathes, right, they fucking just immediately are there with like a sledgehammer to bash them on the head, right? And it's not even just with that, with everything, right? Anytime someone debuts for vshojo, anytime anything hololive does, anytime an indie does something cool or anything like that, right? You have those people that are super, super cynical, right? And they're not helpful. They just bring the entire community down, and they're not very exciting or fun people to sort of be vocal in our little community thing, right? However, on the other side, right, you do have the unreasonably positive side of the community that are 100% head in the sand, will not acknowledge any sort of criticism and any sort of, you know, negativity in the community, and it's just purely like, no criticism, no thinking critically, no, you know, no doubters, just consume content, just purchase merch, spam emojis in the chat, don't say a negative word, just consume, just, you know, Just continue eating up content and never ever question it, right? Both of these are fucking terrible things. Niji has done some bad shit, right? I say this here, I said, Niji has had quite a few genuinely problematic moments this year and trying to brush it all the way is something that happens in every workplace, which Luca did say. He's like, oh, you know, this happens everywhere. I don't think that's a good excuse to, you know, you can't just brush away bad shit by saying, oh, well, it happens somewhere else. Like, it's not necessarily a great argument. In order to force positivity just isn't good for anyone in the long run, right? I think there's a balance to be had. And the reason Niji gets so much flack is because Niji has, like, very clearly shown quite a few times in the past that they are not completely upfront.
There is a clip of Matara saying she was surprised as how willing to help vshojo staff was compared to her old
well, there's
job.
that clip kind of went viral of, again, with the doomers that were like, yeah, see, Niji bad, where like she was surprised that the managers were like really willing to help. I think Matara was just trying to show how good vshojo was, but unfortunately she did unintentionally kind of shit on Niji, and people took that and ran with it. They were like, yeah, like, that's now our weapon. The issue is, right, is when we've had so many things from Niji, like the thing with Luxion when they had their concert that kind of got cancelled, and then Niji just fucking lied to us about what the reason was. And then we've had all these graduations from people saying one thing, and in the moment they graduate, they release a Google Doc saying a completely different thing. Naturally, the fan base has become very, like critical of Niji and cynical towards them. That's just, it's gonna happen, right? When you constantly have L's like that, and you constantly show like you're not willing to be forthright and honest about things, people are then going to be cynical, because you can't demand people's trust and then willingly lie to them about things, right? It doesn't work that way. If you want to have this barrier between like behind the scenes and, you know, the audience, if you want to have this sort of professional, you know, gap where you never really forthright tell the audience what is happening, people are naturally going to be cynical, and they're naturally going to be sort of critical of anything you say, right? It's just the nature of it. I don't think it's fair to then come out and be like, wow, look at all these negative people. Like, yeah, you don't see the same kind of shit for hololive as much, right? Because for the most part, hololive has dodged any shit like this and tends to be pretty upfront with regards to anything that happens. So yeah, I don't know. It's an unfortunate thing that happens every time anything happens with Niji. And again, using specifics like Mika's graduation or any of the other ID graduations as like weapons as they're doing it is pretty out of touch, bad taste, one of the two. I was going to say out of taste. It's not a thing. And I get where the livers are coming from as far as... Nope, super chats, take a second. My
happiness went up 100% when I started viewing myself as a PokeTuber first, and distancing from Tuber Twitter.
Oh, it's one of those conversations we need to have about like what is the VTuber community and whether you should associate yourself with it. And thank you for the super chat, Chilla. But yeah, it's about half and half. Don't use new graduations and debuts as weapons against Niji. It's not fair to the livers. It's not fair to their mental health when they're already probably going through a lot of stress. But it's also like, it's unfair, I think, from Niji's end, and to a certain extent the livers' end, to just kind of constantly expect that viewers will just like repeatedly turn a blind eye and like eat shit up and not criticize it at all, and just, you know, no thoughts, only consume. It's a bit both ways, right? This is what content creation is. It's a two-way stream, right? You make content for your audience, and your audience hopefully likes it, but I won't say you have an obligation to them, but there's an expectation of like honesty and you know, forthrightness. So you know, it's hard. Fault. I don't know why super chats take so long to come through. It's just YouTube being weird. But yeah, again, specifically don't say shit like this in their comments. The whole, man, I want her to join in vshojo, it just puts pressure. I've said this before, speculating before it happens, whether they've announced the debut or not, doesn't help anyone. It just, you know, like, oh, there we go.
Credit where credit is due. Niji.
Maybe because you said COVID.
I just skipped dinner with my aunt due to COVID so I could watch Poach's debut.
Good taste. Good job. I don't need an excuse anymore. My family doesn't expect me to go out anyway. I'm VTuber. But yeah, there's a time and a place for certain discussions, right? There's a time to engage in them. And that place is very rarely the comment section of the fucking debut announcement. We'll talk about this again in the future, ideally, like, when we get a break from Niji Graduations, whenever that may be, I think I might have like an actual, or a break between Niji Graduations and ex-Niji talent debuts. We'll find that small gap and I might have a little discussion about it when it's a bit more appropriate, but it's been a while. It's kind of hard to find. But yeah, just remember to be kind of respectful to the talents and sort of putting pressure on them or vshojo or whoever to like pick them up and reincarnate them. It's not fair to anyone. And yeah, keeping drama out of the VTuber's channel itself is generally a good idea. Forcing a VTuber to talk about drama or kind of forcing drama on them or discourse on them is generally frowned upon. There are places to discuss it. I have a channel in my Discord with a bunch of other people that are fucking obsessed with VTubers. False has one, a bunch of the other kind of news channels have them, where if you want to talk about it with a bunch of people that are interested in the discussion, it's there, but invading a VTuber's YouTube channel in their comment section and being like, what do you think about this? Are you going to re-debut? Are you going to join vshojo? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? What do you think about Mista? What do you think about Lookup? What do you, like, is not fair. It's cringe. Don't do it. Especially don't do it in chat. People that do it like through super chats and shit. Ugh. I don't mind, obviously, because I'm a fucking news channel, but which we never get a chance here. They're gonna fucking, they're gonna, what is it called? Stutter like the graduation, so I never get an opportunity. Am I gonna join vshonen? Didn't Mouse say that there is no vshonen, that it's just always gonna be vshojo? We can't just start assuming vshojo will pick up everyone. They're gonna pick up everyone, guys. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be you. We're all gonna be. It'll be like when Flavor came out and everybody could just join. It was just an everybody agency. But yeah, so that was. I am sad Mika's graduating. She was, again, her and Hannah were the only two like ID talents that I really watched too often because they had like a very strong English audience and spoke English a lot. I'm sad to see her go. It's unfortunate. She did say she knew she's known for a while, like since the start of the year. She mentioned that during, I think it was it her donathon or a charity stream? She said something was like the last thing on her bucket list, and she's known for a while that she's going to be graduating. So, but it still sucks. Sucks to see. Oh. Yeah, she said it was January. She knew. Good English penumbral, God. I say I only speak one language. I don't even speak that, man. I speak like 0.5 languages. Yeah, the charity stream. I don't know. We might see her again. We might not. Either way, all the best to her. You know. Do we want to go from drama to like a slightly funnier drama? I mean, do you want to dunk on Polygon? Guys, you want to do some reading comprehension and this is a lot of people were saying it was bait, but I feel like it wasn't bait. I feel like they were just that out of touch. Hey, let me read through this article with you. This shit was funny, bro. Let me timestamp this really quick. I have caps lock. I don't want caps lock. Also, yes, please acknowledge my amazing thumbnail creation skills. You think it was bait? I think it was genuine. I think Polygon's just out of touch. Like, let me see if I can find it. It's in my bookmarks. I think I actually bookmarked Pippa's response to it. Yeah. Pippa, first of all, I don't think I've seen a ratio like that in a hot minute. 120 to 1,900. That's wild. So a lot of people said that like this was bait, and they were like, yeah, they're baiting. This is a bait article. I don't know, man. I feel like this is just an out of touch article. Like, Polygon has released out of touch articles before, right? Also, can someone, I don't know if anybody can confirm for me, right? Yes, sure, fucking cookies, whatever. Can someone confirm for me? So they've changed the title. I don't know if you guys can see it up here. They've changed the title to, should you join a VTuber agency, we break it all down, which is more of an accurate title, I guess. That's what it says in the headline up top in the tab. I don't think you can see it, but and that's what it says on their site, and if you Google it, that's what it comes up as. But the top bit here, still VTubers have reached their inevitable conclusion. So I don't know, was the title changed? Did they change the title to Should You Join a VTuber Agency? Or was it always like that and this is just the headline? I don't know. Also, why is this art? I don't want to subscribe. No, I don't want to subscribe, Polygon. Thank you. What does this art have to do with VTubers? Why is this at the top of the article? Oh yeah, it's search. Yeah, it is just SEO bait. VTuber, hololive, Gargura, Nijisanji Agency, model. Wait, model might be the actual hyperlink. Even when Gura hasn't streamed in 2 months, she's still fucking the clickbait for headlines. Let me turn on Dark Reader really quick so we don't blind ourselves. I apologize, chat. There we go, that's nicer. And let me zoom in, right? That's what every VTuber looks like IRL. You're so true for that. You're so correct. We are... Who paints like this? Is it Picasso or some shit? I never got art. I never understood art. But anyway. So the first section of this, right, is just explaining VTubing, right? Like, the format is stuck around VTubing agencies which continue to introduce new talents and offer one of the more financially secure methods of pursuing this sort of content, are still holding on in an attempt to harness new talent. Tab name didn't change. I checked back. So it was always that. Why didn't they just tell it? Honestly, I feel like people would have respected it more if they just titled it Should You Join a VTuber Agency? That's a better title. I don't know why they have VTubers have reached their inevitable conclusion at the top of their... like, the top of their article. I don't understand. I feel like people would have been less, like, bait-driven if it was just titled that, but... they mentioned Tony the Tiger, obviously that one thing that happened like a year ago. Extremely popular Gargura and Ninamai Inanis. Even high-profile content creators like Pokimane pivoted towards you. Didn't Pokimane like stop using it? Like, wasn't that like a one-time thing? I thought it was like a meme, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is just the first bit is just like just basic VTuber history, right? Twitch has since gone on to highlight a wide variety of VTubers through its VTuber takeover promotion, which most recently ran in August of last year, not 2 months ago, August 2022. It didn't happen this year, if I'm not dumb. Also, it was probably the worst. It was absolutely horrendous and didn't really do much. Nobody understood what the VTuber takeover was. It just kind of happened, and then we all kind of sat around afterwards like, okay, what was the plan? Some have argued that the VTubing bubble has all but burst. I think people really need to clarify what they mean by this. When people say the VTuber bubble is going to burst, right? What do they mean? I feel like it's such a buzzword. Like, it's such like a term that people throw around and they're like, oh yeah, the VTubing... What do you mean? Like, they're still super popular. They're still getting more popular. They shot up by 350% in 2022. Like... I feel like you need to clarify what you mean when you say the VTubing bubble is gonna burst. It's such a vague statement that means fuck all unless you clarify, but people say it like it makes them super enlightened. They're like, oh yes, the VTubing bubble is going to burst. I can predict it. I have a bachelor's in business management and I know what this is gonna... Like, what do you mean? Do you mean like we're gonna stop seeing more VTubers getting popular? People are gonna stop watching? We're gonna stop getting debuts? Or are the new debuts not gonna be as popular? What do you mean the bubble's gonna burst? It's not... like, because there's no indication that it's burst. You could say that it's becoming oversaturated, that it is getting harder and harder for new talents to really make a name for themselves, right? And that as time goes on, it's going to be less and less of an easy to get into thing, because it's going to be harder and harder to kind of separate yourself from the masses. But that's not the bubble bursting. That's just the nature of entertainment, right? The longer anything goes on, the harder it is to get into. It's hard to become an actor. You're not going to say the acting bubble has burst. I wish people would clarify what they mean. I wish, rather than just, like, whatever. Yeah, the market has become more saturated. It says a streamer with agency Nijisanji, who is not approved to speak publicly. So they have a leak. They have an anonymous inside source from a Niji talent. I don't know if they mean, like, did they mean, like, a current, I guess, with agency Nijisanji, which means it's a current talent, so it's not like an ex-talent that is breaking NDA, which is interesting. Obviously some ups and downs when it comes to working with an agency as well, which requires a lot of patience, if I'm honest, and there are some decisions that are made that sometimes don't make a lot of sense. I mean, anonymous sources, right, is always like, it is very trust me bro moment. Agencies for VTubers manage their talents, often assigning the manager that helps them organize interviews, collaborate, well, depending who you work for, I guess. Collaborations, paid promotions, and add content on stream. Sometimes they can be financial advisors, but that's not always the case, as money made through agencies may include subscription or merchandise. Source at Nijisanji notes that all talents within an agency are under non-disclosure agreements, which prevents them from sharing information with their audiences that could compromise their identity, or even inform viewers on why they could be graduating, which is effectively retirement. My sources that I made it the fuck up. I don't think they're lying. I'm curious as to who from Niji would leak something like this, assuming they're like an EN talent, which I assume they are, given that it's an EN statement. I'm just curious who would, like, it's such a big risk to take for fuck all, you know? Like, if you get caught, you're fucking gone. Like, you're dead. Goodbye. GG no re. But, like, I don't know why, especially, why would you leak it to Polygon? You want to be a VTuber one day, WeebyCraft? That is a hell of a thing to aspire to. I wish you the best of luck. I just don't know who from Niji would be willing to make a statement like this to Polygon for nothing, but whatever. Seeing agencies like Collab and Nijisanji shut down entire branches or graduate talents without any real kind of information is heartbreaking for just about everyone involved in the process, the source says. In 2020, hololive shuttered the Chinese hololive scene, and more recently, Nijisanji announced the abrupt graduations of one of its more prominent talents, Mr. Rias. Statements from the graduating talents were not provided outside of an official statement. Oh wait, no, this is talking about Magni and Vesper. This is what I said. So in the short, when I covered this, I'm like, the article didn't really say much of substance. It really isn't. Like, I don't know what it's not saying anything. It has like a fucking clickbaity kind of title, the thing up here, but like, it doesn't actually, it's not saying shit. Like, what is its point? Independent VTuber Nagami Mugi feels that corporate VTubing is still a viable avenue for those looking to make a career out of the medium. VTubing content has become kind of stale. Really? Goes on to mention that a lot of VTubers tend to be boxed into specific kind of concepts, playing Minecraft or popular FPS games like Valorant, in order for VTubing to continue to grow, VTubers branch out more on content in line with other influencers. I don't know if that's true, man. I feel like as time's gone on, we've just seen more and more cool shit come out. Like, yes, a lot of streamers fall into the habit of just streaming Minecraft or Valorant for the bulk of their streams, but most streamers do that. Like, look at the top streams, right, in any given moment. Chances are it will be XQC or Asmongold or Ludwig. Well, Ludwig can't react to Andy anymore because he's on YouTube, but the other two, it's just reaction to YouTube videos or playing WoW or, like, I don't know. I feel like compared to IRL streaming, VTubers actually have a fair amount of variety in terms of what they're doing recently. But that doesn't say much because streaming is such a big thing that you can pretty much find anyone for any niche that you want to do. Like, I don't know. Calling it stale, right? I feel like over the past, like, even the past, like, few months, we've seen more and more, like, brand new, like, 3D concerts come out, or new studios come out, or new agencies debut with interesting new sort of ideas, or like IRL events or collabs between different agencies that have never really collabed before, or, you know, just, I don't know. I feel like over time, I mean, I saw a fucking video the other day of a DIY VTuber. It was someone who had, like, I don't know if they were wearing like a green screen bodysuit or whatnot, but they had like mapped their VTuber avatar onto their IRL body and were like cutting down a tree. That is a niche. Like, I don't know how the fuck they managed that, but it's there. I don't know, like, what do you consider different? Like, sure, VTubers are limited by the fact that they struggle to do IRL content by being a VTuber unless they're comfortable, you know, showing their face or whatnot, right? But I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like this is just completely wrong. Yes, there are some types of content that is popular. Yes, Minecraft is very, very popular. A lot of VTubers play Minecraft as their default stream. But, like, it's the same everywhere. A lot of people are just, like, when you're streaming for, like, 12 hours a day or whatever, like, you're gonna end up defaulting to easy content to make. I don't think it's fair to say that it's gotten stale, though. It might just be getting stale because you're watching them a lot, you know? Oh, so yeah, Minecraft is popular. They're streaming what people want to watch. Also, the notion of content being stale is sort of a bad thing has always been strange as well. Like, people will innovate when they want to, right? And we will always have new innovations. We'll always have, you know, new concerts or new 3D models or new outfits or, you know, new game shows or whatever. But, like, just because somebody's streaming the same game as everyone else, I don't think it's really a bad thing. If people like that kind of content, what's wrong with making it, you know? How many anime have we got coming out that are basically kind of carbon copies of other shows? But if people want to watch that, if that's what they like, there's nothing wrong with it existing. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. And again, I don't know if they're just... It's kind of this article kind of wavers between, it feels like they're talking about like VTubing as a concept or whether they're talking about agency VTubing. Either way, I don't know that it's necessarily true. Like, agencies have been... Like, agencies are almost kind of the pioneers of innovation in terms of VTubing. Like, Hololive was, like, one of the first to have, like, proper 3D concerts and whatnot. They're the ones producing merch, having events, going to conventions with, like, meet and greets. Fucking Iron Mouse was walking around on a robot the other day. You see that? They had Iron Mouse on, like, a Roomba. Taped to, it was like a Roomba with it wasn't actually a Roomba, but it was like a TV screen walking around the convention. Like, what are you gonna call that, stale? But yeah, I don't know. It's... if it was just talking about agency VTubers, maybe I'd get it, because a lot of agency VTubers do just... They are just playing Minecraft together, but I don't think it's fair to call VTubing as a whole is stale. VTubers took cues from other content creators and explored options like lore analysis videos. We've got that. Short form reviews. We've got that. Literally, we have both those things. Rayless has been doing lore analysis videos since the dawn of time. It seemed wouldn't be stagnant. The problem is, I hate when people do this, right? People talk about niches and they're like, oh, but wouldn't it be cool if X happened? Wouldn't it be cool if Y happened? Like, people are doing those things. If you look at VTubing for more than 20 seconds, you will find someone doing the niche you want. The problem is you're looking at the top, like, 5 VTubers and being like, look, they're just doing that. They're doing that. That's what's popular. There's no content. There's no variety. Yes, there is. You just have to look for it. I guarantee I could go onto Twitch, onto YouTube right now, look at VTubers, and I could find a VTuber streaming pretty much anything. Some of them do tarot card readings or crystal ball reading. Some of them are cooking. Some of them are doing handcraft projects. They're building Gundams. They're doing reviews, they're having talent shows. Like, you could find one doing pretty much fucking anything that you could ever dream of. To say that it's stagnant because, I don't know, I guess you looked at the top 5 streamers and sort of made that decision it seems a bit short-sighted to me. The problem with niches, right? When you fill a niche, when you dive into a niche and you sort of specify in it, is you're naturally going to cut off your audience, right? A VTuber that specializes purely in, like, Warhammer content will only have an audience that is interested in both Warhammer and VTubers. So naturally, they're probably not going to be the top VTuber, but they are there. It's the same with any other niche. So when people talk about something being stale, I feel like it's just because they look at the popular ones. And the problem with content creation is that the popular VTubers are always going to be the ones with the most mainstream appeal, right? It's going to be the ones playing Minecraft or playing Valorant. Not because those are the only content available, because naturally the content with the most widespread appeal is going to get the most viewers, right? So when you look at it and you say, oh, they're all playing Minecraft, that's where the viewers are. No, that's just the most appealing content to the most people. If you look for more than 5 seconds, you will find a VTuber doing just about anything, right? It's just that because they're in such a specific niche, they naturally are less mainstream. That's fine. But it's not because VTubers are, as a whole, aren't innovating. It's because the community is so wide now and so popular that a lot of the more niche content creators get overshadowed. So, I don't know. This article feels weird. She was auditioned for several agencies, said that one agency asked if she would close down her business if she passed the interview phase and became one of its talents. Isn't entirely uncommon, as a source from Nijisanji mentions, that some talents will be given strict restrictions as to what content they can and can't create once their contracts with the agency expire. This is interesting if this is true. And again, we don't really have a solid... outside of trust me, bro, we don't know how valid this is, but the sort of claim that Niji says that you can't create some content after the contracts expire is interesting. It's something we've sort of hypothesized about, that maybe Niji makes them sign kind of almost like non-competes where they can't produce a certain kind of content. I don't know how legal that would be, but I imagine their lawyers are more familiar with legalities than I am. But I don't know. I don't know if I trust it. Can vary between talents and what is agreed upon between talent and agency. Agencies can be viable in terms of long-term growth for creators, often strictly tied to the avatar associated with stage agency. That's just fucking not true. Both hololive and Nijisanji give creators very little freedom in terms of presentation, whereas newer agencies like Idol allow talents to create their own concepts. I get where they're going, like it's strictly tied to the avatar, but every time we've seen a person graduate, like the moment they re-debut somewhere else, the fucking Matara's getting better viewership now than she was with Niji. Like, it could be merch audio stuff that Niji sells. Again, it's very vague. We don't know. Again, I don't know how much I trust it. But, I don't know. I get what they're saying, right? That, like, you don't get to tie it into you. You don't get to tie it into your own personal brand. You have to tie it to the agency-owned avatar. I understand that. But pretty much everyone that has graduated from a big agency after debuting for them and, you know, being a streamer for them has saw a lot higher success unless they were already really successful beforehand, right? Newer agencies like Idol allow talents to create their own concepts. Well, that may feel overwhelming to some. It allows for the talents behind these models to flex their creativity and create a persona that otherwise wouldn't fit neatly into the clearly defined boxes some agencies slot them into. I kind of agree with that. Idol is generally known to be a lot more freedom-based than some other agencies, but I don't know. Agencies should allow for talents to experiment so long as it isn't hurting anyone. Let people fail and still have that opportunity for growth in the future. More risk-taking and trying to branch out in other ways instead of just simply streaming or following pre-established methods. I do agree with this. It would be cool, specifically with some agencies we've seen in the past where they kind of crack down on some of their talents trying to do cool shit. It'd be cool to have them be more open to doing cooler, newer stuff. Like, as opposed to just shutting stuff down. So I do agree with that. According to all 2 people we interviewed for this story, this is an agreed upon sentiment. Prevent further stagnation. What do you mean further stagnation? We're not stagnating. This not so niche form of content creation needs to reinvent itself and allow more freedom to its talents. 10 will tell if larger agencies like hololive and Nijisanji will allow their talents to break the mold. I don't know. Part of me is critical as well because we've seen in the past where a VTuber has been asked to give like asked to give their opinion, and they take their opinion and they cut it down and they shove a few quotes into the article and it completely kind of misrepresents their overall goal. So I'm not going to like clown on Mugi who said it. I'm sure they were perfectly valid in what they were trying to say. It might just be a context error because it's been cut down for the article. Yeah, I don't know, 50% growth in 2023. What do you mean stagnation, bruh? Also, like, they talk about it. The article says, should you join a VTuber agency? This says VTubers have reached their inevitable conclusion. And it goes on to talk about VTubing as a whole, but then it seems to be focusing on agency VTubing and not VTubing as a whole, and I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't get what they mean. They say that we're stagnating, but we're growing. They say that they need innovation, but from what I've seen recently, we've had a lot of innovation. It seems like this was sort of like almost tried to crack at Niji for shutting down some of their talents, but they don't have the sort of balls to really go specifically for Niji, and so they're making general statements about VTubing as a whole. Like, this article sucks. It's kind of funny to dunk on it, though. I mean, we see this with most fucking articles written about VTubing, though. It seems like, I don't know, man. I feel like they're always written by people outside the community that don't know what, like, I don't, like, they seem to just miss the shot a lot. It has so many, it just doesn't say anything, really. And the few things that they do say just seem to be wrong. It's kind of what I said in my short, is like, it says a lot without saying fucking anything. Like, I don't get what its point is. Like, what, agency bad? They need to allow more freedom with their VTubers. hololive tends to do so. I mean, Shiori's been doing like fanfiction streams and story streams and writing stuff, and look at all the covers they're releasing. We got Fuwamoko, which is like a twin VTuber, like 2 VTubers in one, which is kind of cool. I don't know. So it seems like it was purely targeted against Niji. But then they don't have the guts to really say that they're targeting against Niji, and so they just target it at VTubing in general, which makes it fall kind of flat. I don't know. Anyway, it was funny. It's a good rage bait article. Maybe, I don't think it's bait though. I saw a lot of people saying it was bait. I just don't think, I think it's legitimately out of touch. I think it's legitimately just like an out of touch article. I don't think it's actual bait. I don't think they wrote it. Okay, they probably wrote it with the intention of farming clicks, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think they wrote it to be intentionally wrong. They just are, you know? I guess it depends what do you count as bait, right? If someone says something that they think is right, but they also know will get a lot of clicks, is that still bait, or do they have to be saying something that they think is wrong? This is the sign of a masturbator. Because I do agree that they're definitely looking for clicks. They're definitely trying to fish for clicks by posting a, you know, a clickbaity article headline. But I also don't think that, like, to me, bait, right, is when somebody says something that they know is wrong, that they don't believe, but they're saying it purely to get a reaction out of someone, right? Like what happened last week with the guy fucking shitting on mobile viewers, right? He didn't agree with it. He didn't think it. He was just saying it because he knew he'd get a reaction and it'd make him relevant for once in his life, right? I don't know. It's that is what bait was to me, is like saying something you know is untrue, saying something you don't agree with and you know is going to anger people just to anger them. Whereas this is clickbaity, but I don't necessarily think they don't agree with it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe you call that bait. Maybe it's still bait. Either way, it was fun to fucking dunk on. Yeah, Polygon and Kotaku is... Dexerto has had some good articles about VTubing, but even they have kind of fallen flat. I don't know. What is it about, like, mainstream... You know who has good articles? For the most part that I've seen. Is VTuber News Drop. I don't know if you guys are familiar with VTuber News Drop, right? But if I had to recommend, like, a mainstream... I don't know. I think they used to be associated with Dexerto. I can't... No, I think some of their journalists wrote for Dexerto. But if you want a decent... From what I've read anyway, don't take my word for it. You can read through some articles and see if you agree. But from what I've seen from them, they seem to actually be very knowledgeable about the community, about the things in it. They are like they are a VTuber news sort of article. I don't know what you call it, journal. They tend to be. I tend to trust them more because I feel like it's definitely written by people in the community. They tend to know what they're talking about. I've seen a few articles that I've disagreed with, but that always happens. You're always going to disagree with some of them. Also, yeah, Shilling Juna is based. So yeah, if you need to get like an article, if you need to read articles about VTubing from somewhere, I would recommend here. Pretty solid content. If you see a Dexerto or a Polygon article pop up about VTubing, I tend to click on them just for the funny, but yeah, don't like believe them. They tend to be written by people really out of touch with the community. They're mainstream journals, right? They dip their toes into whatever community they think will get them the most clicks at the moment. But yeah. So, link. Oh yeah, sorry. I should give you a link. I mean, you could just type in VTuber News Drop into Google and it will give you it. But yeah, there's the link. Very VTuber oriented news source if you want. Juna in general is Kino though. I love Juna's design. I said this when she debuted. I've said this every time. Yeah, did they change the art? I thought they changed the title. I thought this was the title, but then they changed it. I don't know. I don't understand. Juna, I said this when Juna debuted. The Juna's design is so fucking cool. She's so fucking cool. Juna as a whole is really cool. I'm a big Juna fan. I've said that before, I think. Okay, that's that done. Is there any other, like, thing? Big thing? What other big things do we have to talk about? I guess speaking of Idol, let me see. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what the image for that article is meant to be. This is happening in, like, an hour, I think. I'm going to try and finish up before Pochi goes live. So we need to kind of hurry a little bit. We have, like, an hour. Pochi's having her re-debut in, like, an hour. Yeah, 11 PM. She already has fucking 363 people waiting. Holy shit. Well, yeah, so Pochi's having her re-debut an hour from now. I'm going to try and finish up before then. So that we can, I don't know if we'll raid into it. I'm not raiding into her for her. I'm not going to do that for her re-debut. She's probably got enough shit on her plate. I'll try and finish up before that. So that we can all, I know you guys are probably going to want to watch it. yeah, so she's getting like a new model and a new kind of, I don't know how much, I don't know if it's a new model and like what, but I'm pretty sure it's a new model. So yes, that's there. Just to know, we'll be, I mean, again, we'll be watching it after stream anyway, so I don't really need to cover it because it's literally just about to happen. Let's see. Oh yeah, Aura had a charity stream. I remember that. I've seen a lot of charity streams recently for. Are you hearing faint static when I'm talking? Hang on. Oh god, I'm being cancelled. The bots have come for me. I'm getting hit by a squad. They're coming for my bit rates, boys. I mean, I'm not gonna survive. I'm not gonna make it. It sounded alright when I was recording the short, but I don't know. Maybe my mics went a bit scuffed. I did punch it. Maybe that might have done it. But yeah, Gamers Outreach, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure they provide like game consoles and sort of video games and whatnot to like kids that can't afford them. So we've seen Aura, GX Aura, did a... Sounds fine to you? Okay, maybe it might just be on Bree's end. Aura did it for her. She was drawing as a charity stream. She raised over $1,000 for Gamers Outreach. And then I think Ophelia had her, I think I tuned in for that. Where is it? Ophi. Where is Ophi? I think it was over a week ago. Yeah, it was 9 days ago, so it was last week. Ophi had her 12-hour charity stream as well, where she raised money for Gamers Outreach. So, yeah, it's like kids stuck in hospital that can't necessarily get to games or afford game consoles and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Cool to see people kind of raising money for it. Especially, I don't know, it's cool to see VTubers do charity stuff, you know? Like, it's cool to see them use their platform and their audience to do good. Maybe I'll do one day, if I ever decide to stream for more than 2 hours, you know? I don't know if a charity stream playing Siege would necessarily do the numbers, you know? But I have to think of a fun idea. Oh yeah, we spoke about AN earlier, but yeah, Calli had her, I think it was a 48-hour donathon. When I tuned in, she was like 10 grand. Yeah. Calli had her, oh, she's playing Jackbox. I don't know what she got. She got like 18 grand. Holy shit. Good for her. Wait, no, hang on. Yeah, I forgot the end of donathons always go crazy. 21 grand Calli raised for her donathon, which is fucking mental. That is a nutty amount of money. Good for her though. I hope she puts it towards whatever she plans on doing in the future. I can't imagine streaming. Did she stream for 48 hours straight, or did she like sleep in the middle? I only managed to catch the end. Like, did she sleep, or did she like just go full? Doing anything for 48 hours straight would probably murder, like actually kill me. She slept in the middle? Okay, good. It wouldn't be healthy. Yeah, okay. I feel like if you stream for 48 hours straight, you're gonna end up... I'd end up saying some shit that would get me cancelled on stream, because I just wouldn't have the mental awareness to, like, you know, filter myself. So yeah, that was that. 48 hours of Siege would actually make me destroy my channel. I would delete my channel. I mean, I've stayed up for like 70 hours straight once, but it wasn't a fun time. I wouldn't want to be streaming while staying up for like that long. I guess we're currently just covering like all the cool debuts and stuff. Let's see, what else was there? What else? I know. I don't think... Did Ellie do her chibi debut yet, or is she just... I feel like I saw it on Twitter. Right? Or am I thinking of someone else? I might be thinking of someone else. But she didn't do a stream. Did she do a stream with it yet? I must have missed it. I thought I remember seeing it on Twitter. But I don't remember seeing a stream. Was it for 40 grand? It was on stream. Oh, did she just show it on stream? Was it not like a debut? Was it? Oh, it was for a 40k. Right. Let me see if I can find it to show y'all. Because yeah, Ellie has joined the land of the chibis. She has also gone big head. It is the best way. It is the true path to happiness. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, hang on. Bring it up. Yeah, I'll find it. So yeah, we got Chibi Ellie. It's adorable. The new debuts of AN, I will talk when they happen. They showed that trailer literally like after I finished the short, so we're going to talk about it. Maybe not next week because they happen 2 weeks from now. We'll talk about them about 2 weeks when they debut. We did talk about them a little bit at the beginning, but yeah. So yeah, Chibi Ellie, she's joined the superior Chibi squad with the bananas because Ellie. Have you guys seen Ellie's like banana thing going on in her community post? It's fucking hilarious. It's been happening since she debuted like months ago, right? She asks people to pick a poll option, and everyone always picks the banana. Is like, it doesn't matter. This one was rigged. I will say this one was rigged. I didn't appreciate this. If I had a downvote option, I'd click it. Stananas is for the win. There was no this banana. This one was just absolute. This was rigged. But yeah. But yeah, banana. So there was that. Oh yeah, the I don't know why I'm making noises. I'm sorry. I apologize. It happens when I think. Sometimes I think, and then my brain is like, "Yo, you spit a beat." Except I can't beatbox. I just end up sounding like a broken refrigerator. Calli had her Metal Gear song. Did you guys listen to it? I'm not going to play it, obviously, because cover will come from me. But yeah, Calli and Metal Gear had a collab, which was not what I was expecting. I was not expecting a Calliope Mori Metal Gear collab, but I guess with how the series does lean into the memes a lot. I haven't never actually played a Metal Gear game. I probably should. But yeah, I listened to it. It's good. You should go give it a listen. I got that ADHD. I do have that. Well, I actually don't have ADHD, bro. I feel like people say I have ADHD a lot, but I actually don't. It's like the one thing I wasn't diagnosed with. It's the one box I can't tick on my TISM card. And then people are like, bro, you got that ADHD, bro. And it's just, no, I'm just dumb. I'm just a fucking moron. I don't even have an excuse for it. It's just how I be. I should play Metal Gear Rising on stream at some point. The memes, the DNA of the soul. So yeah, we had the Calli collab with so there's something someone with ADHD was it. Well, I don't know, man. I've seen multiple psychologists. None of them have ever been like, yeah, you've got it. I don't think being scatterbrained means I have ADHD, right? Like, I don't think that's the only thing that you need. I think there's, I don't know, I'm not an expert, but I think there's a lot of people that are scatterbrained that aren't also diagnosed with ADHD. Let's see what else. We did that. Oh yeah, did you guys see this for Hololive Advent? Like, hang on. You see the Holo Advent merch announcement? I don't normally buy voice things, right? I'm not one of the people that buys, like, you know, the voice packs and whatnot that VTuber agencies come out with, right? So I don't typically buy this kind of stuff, but this is interesting. Does anyone have this? I'm actually kind of curious as to what it's like. So, Hololive English Advent horror voice drama, The Manor. An artist's secluded mansion deep in the mountains. What happens to the one who comes in last? The maids only know that it must be something frightful. So it was like, I don't know if she already wrote it, but it's like, I don't know why Bibu is crying. Also, yeah, I like how Bibu's meant to be the, oh, I'm scared, I'm crying one, and the Fuamoko is meant to be like, haha, we are the violent, cunning ones, but in reality, it's like the other way around. This art is on point, though, to be fair. I don't know what it is. Like, is it a story? Is it like a voice pack? Is it like an audio book? What? I don't know what it is. I'm kind of tempted to buy it. It's like 16 bucks, I think. I might buy it. I'll give you my formal review afterwards. I know it's an audio drama. I don't know what that is. So it's like a story that they do with voice acting. Is that I've literally never. Your wife looks so good in that picture that it does not narrow it down. Basically an audiobook. So like, I guess they tell a story but with voice acting and whatnot. Yeah, again, I don't really do the whole voice things. It's not something I typically spend I mean, I don't really buy merch at all. Like watching a TV show with no visuals. Okay, so like kind of like an audiobook, like a short story with voice acting and whatnot. Sounds cool. I might buy it. I might give it a shot and see what it's like. Always time to, you know, always go to try new things. But yeah, I saw it and I was like, interesting, curious. I mean, they do have the voices for it, to be fair. I can imagine, like, actually, you know what, this does actually vibe really well. They all have the personalities that would be perfect for like a horror movie. Like, they should do, oh, you know what they should do? They should do like a Shining remake. Bro, I can imagine Fu and Moko as like the creepy twins already, speaking in like unison. Go buy it and say it's a business expense. Yeah, I'll write it off my taxes, guys. Oh, I'll do a tax write-off on it. It's for content purposes, don't worry. Why is GTA 6 trending? Why is Fruit trending? Oh, it's Fruit's birthday, isn't it? Is it? Is it Fruit's birthday? I got that right? It is. Good. I got that brain. I don't remember my own sister's birthdays. I just realized. I don't remember my own fucking sister's birthdays, but I know when an anime girl is having her birthday. Well, don't tell my sisters that. They might actually kill me. I do have sisters. I have 2 older sisters. I'm the youngest. Trust me, it was not fun. Sisters are maniacal. They are not single. One of them has a child. They are 9 and 8 years older than me. They are well into their life. They are not, especially they're not dating a fucking VTuber fan. I have youngest brother energy. Is that a compliment? I can't tell if there's a compliment. I mean, I did get away with a lot of shit as a kid. Don't say Shota energy. How dare you? Don't call me little baby moon either. The fuck? I don't radiate. I radiate big brother energy. I'm the Giga Chad older brother. I'm like Oni, bro. Okay, maybe not that based, but I'm approaching it. I am sure. I'm 100% sure. Okay, hang on. I forgot to timestamp this, but yeah, like, hang on. Give me a second. Wait, no, I need to. I almost timestamped that as 1 minute and 10 seconds in. There we go. You give me middle child energy? Nah, I am the youngest. I ain't. I don't want to be a Shota. I don't want to get Ara'd. This is not on the bucket list. I'm a big strong boy. Let's see. So Filian announced something interesting. Where is it? I bookmarked it. Where did I bookmark it? I bookmarked it somewhere, didn't I? Did I not? I did. Hooray. Here. So she's got like a new, I don't know if it's like an ongoing thing or if it's gonna be like a one-time thing or if it's gonna be like a seasonal thing or whatever. But there's like a new whole, it's like, so I think she's got like a, so it's a new game show called Vtuber Hole in the Wall, right? Where a motion capture in-person live event. So I assume she's got like a, like an actual studio with like moving a hole in the wall stuff, and they're gonna have the VTubers there and then like map, like 3D map or like 3D track their models onto the thing as they try and get around the hole in the wall. And also Neurosam is apparently going to be interviewing, which that'll be interesting. Yeah, I know hole in the wall already exists. I've seen it before. I don't know how Neurosam is going to interview. It'll be funny. Yeah, so that's the 24th of the day. That's in 2 days, so yeah. Said how she has zero expectations of this turning a profit, so it won't be sustainable to be a regular thing. I guess it depends on how much she can fund it from elsewhere, but yeah. It's pretty cool. I'm actually kind of excited to see how it works. If for nothing else than watching fucking Melody and Lena trying to fit through a hole in the wall. I did see someone, when this was announced, someone in, I think it was someone in my Discord was like, when I saw Melody was going to be part of a game show titled Hole in the Wall, my expectations were very different. And Sometimes people are funny in my community. Most of the time they're not. Anyway. So yeah, let's go. I'll be tuning in for that in a couple of days. The jokes write themselves. Your sisters know you have a YouTube channel? They know I have a channel, but they also assume that I'm a Rocket League streamer. I've yet to tell anyone the truth. So, no. They'd probably be surprised I'm interacting with people, honestly. My sisters are like 100% different from me. Like, my sisters are both like extroverted as fuck. They were both like the ones that went out partying and shit and have like boyfriends and all that. And then I came along and I was like, hey, I'm just gonna stay in my room, thank you. So very, very different. We talked about that. TwitchCon, I'm not going to talk too much about TwitchCon because I assume we're going to get a lot of stories coming out of TwitchCon after the fact. Like we'll get a lot of, when the streams come in after TwitchCon is done, we'll get a lot of fun little stories to talk about. There are meet and greets going on. Evan is there. I saw Evan was there. He's streaming his time there. Stream Elements had a meet and greet with like a bunch of people. We've had some already cool stories like Cotton tweeting when she was drunk and then not remembering her tweet, or Nomi and Bao and Yuzu all sharing like a room, and well, I'm sure you can imagine what happened when those three were together. Hopefully no chat their spine. Yeah, well, there's no ball pit this time, thankfully. Onibro was there. He was based as always. But yeah, we'll talk about that more in a later stream when we get a bunch more stories out about it. But yeah, I feel like it's easier to explain being an interviewer in the VTuber scene rather than being a Rocket League player. It's really not. Because I just say I play video games and you're like, oh, okay, cool. But like, you'd have to explain what VTubing is to them. Like, ugh. Yeah, so far I haven't heard anything massive coming out of TwitchCon in terms of drama, which is cool. So, yeah. And then I guess finally, I don't know why I chose this one to be last. It's at the bottom of my notepad. But Kazon had her 2nd anniversary. I don't know if you saw it. She had actually, okay, I do want to talk about this thing. This thing was fucking funny. So she had a 3D live for her 2nd anniversary, right? It was gorgeous. I fucking love the guys in the background of her, like these boys dancing in the back. I fucking adore them. The dancing for this was great. It was fucking funny. Just these guys, these like fucking delinquent looking guys like dancing. I don't know who, like, you hear the static again? Are you sure it's not just in your brain? Are you sure the voices aren't communicating to you? Like, okay, I assume somebody is like controlling these ones. I'm not sure if I like to think that it's another vshojo member. I like to think that there are 2 other vshojo members having to act as these guys in the background. Is it static? I don't know why you'd be hearing static. That'd be weird. I'll have to look at it after stream and see what it's like. Oh yeah, Twitch came out saying you can simulcast now. Like you can stream both YouTube and Twitch, but I don't know if YouTube allows simulcasting to Twitch, so it might be, I don't know, if it's back and forth. You don't hear it, okay. I'll listen to my mic after stream and see if it's a thing it's on my end or on YouTube's end or whatever. But it is cool. We'll probably see more and more simulcasting. Except I guess unless you've signed a contract. Like Ludwig has a contract with YouTube, so I assume like that overrules it. But yeah, these guys are just like me for real, for real. I do like the thought that this is like Zen or Fruit or something dancing in the background. I don't know that I'll do simulcasting, but I might give it a shot. Fuck it, who knows? Merge my Twitch and YouTube together. I might give it a shot. I don't know if I want to stream video games on this channel though. I feel like it'd clog up the fucking feed, you know? Although I guess I could set it to not save the VOD so that it doesn't clog up the feed and it's just me going live. We'll see. Anyway, I think that covers it. I think it's everything I wanted to talk about. Sorry, I kind of rushed through the last like 15 minutes. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about. We have the AN stuff that's next week. We had some cool shit like new models and charity streams and donathons and collabs. Most of it was cool stuff. There was only really the article, which was funny to dunk on, and the what do you call it? The Mika graduation and whatnot. You can also stream your non-news stuff in your VOD channel. I could give it a try. Oh yeah, the V4 Mirai still got more. Falter has been doing good work. And I did talk about Pochi. She's not streaming for another 45 minutes. That's why I was speeding up so that we could get through it so that we could go watch later. Yeah, Falter's been doing good work in Discord, kind of going through the V4 Mirai augmented reality stuff they're doing for their upcoming debuts. There was like an Osu game as part of it, where you had to go through an Osu level that someone else helped him solve. It was pretty cool. It looks really cool. I'll probably cover the whole thing once they actually debut. I'll go over the entire like ARG, but yeah. Show Yai on stream, pen to it. I feel like that's a good way to get me banned. Yai's kind of wild, and her models can. I mean, it's a good model. If don't get me wrong, bro. Like, cool model, definitely. Don't know if I want to test. Don't know if I want to test it. Might result in me getting bonked. Do it, no balls. Said no balls though. You know what? Fine. As a treat at the end of stream, there you go. Now if I get banned, I'm going to blame it on Falter. There you go. Happy? You happy? Are you happy that I'm now I'm banned? Yeah, have you accomplished your goal? Good job. You Genshined in the wrong impact. Anyway. Very, thank you. Yeah, well, when I get a message in the mail from YouTube telling me that I'm permanently crippled and they're coming for my kneecaps, I'll send it to you. And you can answer for your crimes. We aren't done with screenshots. Look, there are links in the Discord. If you want to fucking go find them, they're in the news Discord. Go have fun. I'm sure someone will also post it to the Ludes channel. I haven't looked in the Ludes channel in a while. I should probably check up on that and make sure it's still, like, I'm not going to get kicked off Discord. Actually, hang on. I haven't actually looked in there for, like, 3 months, and I'm actually just now thinking that maybe I should have kept a better track of what you fuckers are doing in the Ludes channel. Maybe I should do that off stream though. For now, let's go see who we want to raid, right? There's still like 40 minutes until Pochi goes live, so I'll see. If nothing else, we can always just raid into the waiting room. I don't know if there's anyone else live that I want to sort of raid into. Look, okay, the reason there's a Lud channel is because I had an artwork channel and people were posting the Lud shit in the artwork channel, so I had to give them a place to vent, or my entire server would have been contaminated, alright? I actually didn't cover the Sayu stuff. There's a false video on it if you really want to cover it. It requires a lot of digging and it was a lot of personal information. There's a false video if you want to cover it. It's there. I'm sure you can find it. I'm personally going to stay out of it. Yeah, it seemed like just a vent. Like her venting that kind of went a bit too far. Well, not too far, but went a bit like spread too much and went outside its intended audience. I don't see if there's anyone that I kind of want to raid unless you guys have suggestions. So we might just raid into Pochi's waiting room. Or I guess do you reckon we can raid into Axel? Is that a thing we can do? I don't think I've ever raided into a Holostars member. Does he even... Do you reckon he has it enabled? I'm actually kind of curious. I don't... A lot of holomems don't. I don't know that I'll actually raid into him. I'm just kind of curious. No, he doesn't have it enabled. We cannot raid into Axel. I'm sorry, I apologize. I got your hopes up. He doesn't have them enabled. Sag moment for real. Let's raid into Pochi's waiting room, shall we? I know most of you guys probably want to be there anyway. We'll go into our waiting room. I'll probably be there for the stream anyway, so I'm just preemptively going there. And it means I also don't have to, like, you know, speak in chat. I can just send you guys there and hand you off. Assuming she has it, she does have it enabled. Okay. Alright. we're gonna go into Pochi's waiting room. We're gonna, well, I don't know. I'll probably keep it tabbed. It'll be there, and then I'll tab back in when it's time. But yeah. No Overwatch. I mean, I don't know. We can have a game in the next 40 minutes if you want. And then I might have her on the other monitor. I don't know. Okay, we'll see. But yeah. Wish her the best when she pops up. I'm sure you will. I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure she'll be adorable as per usual. It'll be fine. And I will see. I don't know when I'll see you. I might be in some collabs and stuff next week. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament that I've signed up to be in, but I don't. You'll hear more about that. I'll quote tweet when that comes out. And there might be some other like town. There's some other collabs I might be in. I'll let you know. And if not, I don't know. I'll see you Twitch. I actually want to finish my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke, so I'll probably be streaming that and maybe some XCOM and whatnot. I don't know. Anyway, I will catch you guys then whenever. And yeah, stuff and things and blah, 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 blah. I really need to get better at ending streams, man. I'll catch you later. Bye.